Alright, I thought I'd go over a lot of the equipment and stuff that I use and how I pack it all up in their cases. Okay, this is my controller. It's being charged. These are my batteries being charged. This is one last battery that I have. You can see on the indicator that it's only half charged. These ones are now fully charged, so I can switch those over. Let's do that right now. Okay, and there it goes. It's charging. There's my drone, my extra set of spare propellers, my set of 4 propellers. I open them up and examine them every time I get home and every time I go on a new flight. I just check the edges to make sure that there's, no nicks or scratches or anything on them. This is my ND filter box. ND being neutral density filters. I use them occasionally, but not a whole lot, I have to say. It's pretty good if you want to take slow motion photos of a waterfall or something. This is my spare card in case for some reason I forget to put it in my drone. This is my 128 gigabyte card that I am right now going to put inside my drone. Okay, so that just slides in right there. Close my little door. All right. Well, also this is my goggles. Got them plugged in to make sure that's all nicely charged. Okay, so this is my drone bag. I'm going to show you how I put everything in there. One battery, 2 batteries, flip down my little divider, 1 battery, 2 batteries, so that's 4. My controller, it's all charged. Let's just double check. %. That's pretty good. Plug this little thing back in. And by this little thing, I mean this little cord that attaches my controller to my phone. You can see right here, that's where my little sticks are kept to fly my drone. They go right in here and there. Okay, so that's gonna go right in the side like that. My last battery, when it's charged, it will go in my drone. So my cover's on, and then I slide that into the bag. I always make sure I have my spare card in the front. This is where my extra, oh, there's my laundry. That's where my extra propellers go, and the propellers that I will need to fly. Gonna zip that up. Zip this. This is a very tight case. Okay, then my neutral density filters go right in there. Okay, so that's everything I need for my drone. This is the bag that I use for my goggles. The antenna just screws off. That sits in the bottom. And then this fits in here. Helps if I unplug it. This fits in here, just like that. And then I close it up and off we go on our travels. Hi everybody, we're gonna go for a cruise and a flight today. I have my goggles with me and we're just gonna go down to the river and play a little bit, have a little bit of fun. Fresh snowfall last night, so it should be really pretty. There should be lots of snow on the trees, and all should be so beautiful out there. I'm just leaving home. The drive won't be very long. It's really only a few minutes down the road, and I'll be back in touch when we get there. So let's just pull over and see what's going on. Looks beautiful. All right, we're going to get our stuff together and have some fun. All right, one more thing to grab from the back. All right, so let's head off. See, somebody's been here. They took their dog for a walk this morning. Okay, I'm just gonna clear off a little spot here. For my mat. Okay, so I've got my drone. I'm gonna take the cover off. Fold everything out. Get my propellers. Just put on my gloves. Okay, I'm just gonna let it do its connecting. And for the first bit, I'm just going to have my drone follow me out, down there. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is how to set my home point so the drone knows where to land if I ask it to return home. So to do that, I follow the screen prompts and turn the drone in a complete circle one way, and then turn it on its side and do another complete circle in another way. Generally speaking, the drone will automatically set the home point, but I do always like to double check. I also thought you might like to see the screen that I see on my phone while flying so that you can see all the different icons and information that is available to me. Okay, so let's take off. And let's go for a walk. I'm going to put this next little bit in slow motion. If you'll notice right in front of me, you'll see a deer run across my path, and you can see her just bounding across. I see her here quite often. She actually has 2 babies. A little disappointed we didn't get to see them running after her. Maybe next time. I think I'm gonna take a turn and go on a path less traveled. I know there's a tree over this way that is getting ready to fall into the river, so I thought I would go over and take a look at it and decide if I want to fly over there later, and I think I will. I can hear the ice crunching underneath my feet right here. Sounds cool. I'm just going to go over and set up by that log, and here I am. I've got my goggles on already, and I'm now just going to fly a small part circle around me. I do like to fly it right at me and have it zoom right over my head. Hi everybody. Now I'm going to head over to that tree that's leaning over the river and see if I can do a cool little fly around it. Now I'm going to fly right at it and zoom right over the top of that tree. I like doing that too. I like flying over top of trees in general. This is a perspective that you just don't generally get to see very often. And there's me again. Look at all the footy prints. People tracks, dog tracks, deer tracks. I'm sure there's some coyote and fox tracks out here too. I love to follow the tracks. It always looks cool being low to the ground and flying fast. All these logs are from way up the mountain in the Purcells. This stuff comes down every summer, well, spring I guess, when high waters come and wash everything down. They always pile up in certain little spots along the creek bed. More tracks. You can see where the water was running in that one spot. I see something funny in the distance that doesn't look like it belongs there, so here we go to go check it out. It's an old culvert that would have gotten washed down during one of the spring water rages that come down the valley. I would imagine somebody will come out and carry this away in the spring after everything thaws a little bit. I did notice that some of the ice is starting to break up, and there are definite signs of spring with the running water, and it was very, very positive to see that. Look at all the little footy prints that are around the water's edge. All kinds of little critters. Ooh, and look at that water just starting to run a little bit. The water's still pretty clear right now, but it will get very cloudy as everything starts to melt. Look at that running water. Fresh, clear, and cold. All right, let's head back. Here's where I'm going to tell you about some of the information on the screen right now. Up in the top left-hand corner, you can see that it's where it says green in flight, and I am using my GPS. And just next over to that, you can see active track. That shows you that I am using one of its pre-programmed activities. Right next to that, it's got 19. And it looks like a little satellite, which is what is telling me I have hooked up to 19 satellites. The green thing next to that, just to the right, is those are all the sensors that are on my drone to stop me from running into things. And when they're green like that, it just shows that they're all activated at the moment. Right next to that, with the controller looking thing, is the strength of my controller. The HD signal, my battery at 69%, and then underneath that you can see the ISO, the shutter, my f-stop, exposure, white balance, 1080p, 30 frames per second. And then on the other side where it's got like the circle with the H and the arrow, that is to get my drone to just fly home and land by itself. At the very bottom you can see the map, and that just shows me where I'm at, where my home point is. I am 600 and, well, I'm getting farther from my home point, but only because it was reset when I was out in the wetlands. I'm 8.9 feet high. Shows you my speed, like my horizontal speed and my vertical speed. There's also the histogram, and then the indicator to show whether I am filming or not. And underneath that, those little lines with the dots on them, that's just where I go in to change some of my settings. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.